If your home putting green feels slow, bumpy, and inconsistent, I need you to stop blaming your stroke, because I made the exact same mistake. I spent months adjusting my putting grip, tweaking my alignment, even buying a new putter. But every time I rolled a ball across my backyard green, it skipped, wobbled, and died way short of where it should have gone. And then I figured out the real problem. It wasn't me. It was thatch. A single layer of dead organic material hidden just below the surface of my green, invisible to the naked eye, was quietly killing my ball speed and destroying the consistency of every putt I hit. I pulled out my Stimpmeter and the reading was a 6 feet. On a green I'd been maintaining for 2 years, I bought a $169 machine from Amazon, and in under an hour that number jumped to a 9.5. Stay with me, because by the end of this video you're going to see exactly what I pulled out of that green, and you are going to be shocked. Let's talk about thatch, because most golfers with backyard putting greens have never even heard the term, and it's costing them strokes every single day. Thatch is a layer of dead and decomposing organic material. We're talking dead grass stems, roots, rhizomes, and debris that accumulates between the soil and the living green grass you see on top. Every lawn and every putting surface develops thatch naturally over time. The problem is that once that layer gets thicker than about 1/4 of an inch, it starts causing serious damage. For a golf putting green specifically, thatch creates 3 major problems. First, ball speed. Thatch acts like a sponge. Instead of the ball rolling cleanly across a firm, smooth surface, it's essentially rolling across a soft, compressible mat. Your ball slows down faster, bounces inconsistently, and loses the true roll you need for accurate putting. That's exactly what I was seeing with my Stimpmeter, readings in the 5 to 6 foot range when a well-maintained backyard green should be running 8, 9, even 10 feet. Second, surface consistency. Thatch builds up unevenly. Some spots are thicker, some are thinner. This is why you get that maddening situation where a putt breaks differently than it should, or why the ball seems to hop and skip rather than rolling true. It's not the green being unlevel, it's the thatch layer creating micro bumps and dead spots under the surface. Third, disease and moisture retention. Thatch holds water, and standing moisture in a lawn environment is a breeding ground for fungal disease, brown patch, and root rot. Your green can look perfectly fine on top while the root zone underneath is being slowly suffocated. The frustrating part? Most backyard golfers never know this is happening because you can't see thatch. It's buried just below the surface. But your Stimpmeter readings tell the real story. So what's the solution? You need a Dethatcher, and specifically I'm going to walk you through the exact machine I used, which is the Sunjoe 15-inch electric Dethatcher and Scarifier. The link to this exact model is in the description below with our affiliate tag. It runs right around $169 on Amazon, which is honestly a steal considering what professional green aeration and dethatching services cost. We're talking hundreds of dollars per visit from a lawn care company. This machine pays for itself the first time you use it. Out of the box, you get the main unit, which is electric, so no gas, no fumes, easy plug-and-go operation, a collection bag, and the tool is already assembled. Setup takes about 5 minutes. Now here's the key thing to understand. This machine does 2 different things, and you need to know which mode you're using on a putting green. Dethatching mode uses spring tines, flexible metal tines that comb through the grass and pull up the dead thatch layer without damaging the living turf. This is the mode you want for your putting green. Scarifying mode uses fixed blades that actually cut into the soil. This is more aggressive. It's for severe renovation. You could use this on a very neglected green, but for annual maintenance, stick with the dethatching tines. The depth adjustment is critical. For putting green turf, which is cut very tight, we're talking under a 1/2 inch of grass blade, you want to set the depth to the shallowest setting. On this Sunjoe model, that's setting 1. We are not trying to rip up the soil. We're gently combing out the thatch layer. Start shallow, assess the results, and only go deeper if you feel you need to. The 15-inch deck width on this model is perfect for a standard backyard putting green. It covers ground quickly without being unwieldy in tight spaces. If you have a smaller green, say under 200 square feet, Sunjoe also makes a 13-inch version, which I'll also link in the description. All right, let's get into it. Here's exactly how to dethatch your home putting green step by step. Step 1. Mow the green down first. Before you even pull out the dethatcher, mow your green to its lowest comfortable setting, ideally around a ½ inch or lower. You want the grass as short as possible so the dethatcher tines can reach through the turf and access that thatch layer efficiently. If you try to dethatch with long grass, you'll just be pulling up grass blades rather than thatch. Step 2. Set the depth. As I mentioned, for a putting green, go with the shallowest setting. Plug in the Sunjoe, make sure the collection bag is seated, and dial it to setting 1. You can always make a second pass at a slightly deeper setting, but you cannot undo going too aggressive on the first pass. Step 3. Your first pass. Run the dethatcher in straight parallel lines across the green, just like you would mow. Keep a slow, steady walking pace. You'll immediately start to see brown dead material being pulled up and deposited into the collection bag. It's honestly startling how much comes out on that first pass. The collection bag will fill up quickly, empty it as needed. Step 4. Second pass at 90 degrees. This is the move that professionals use and most homeowners skip. After your first pass, rotate 90 degrees and run the dethatcher across the entire green again, perpendicular to your first lines. This cross-hatching pattern ensures you've pulled thatch from every direction and missed no spots. Your green is going to look rough right now. Don't panic. Step 5. Rake and remove. Once both passes are done, use a fan rake to collect any remaining thatch that the bag missed. Bag it and remove it completely from the area. Do not let it sit on the green. Wet thatch can redeposit right back into the surface if left behind. Step 6. Top dress the surface. This is the step that really transforms the green. Spread a thin layer of fine top dressing sand, about 1/8 of an inch, evenly across the entire putting surface. Use a leveling brush or a pool brush to work it into the turf. Top dressing fills in the micro voids left by the removed thatch and helps create that firm, fast surface you're chasing. Step 7. Water lightly and rest. Give the green a light watering, enough to help the sand settle into the turf canopy. Then leave it alone for at least 48 hours. The green needs time to recover and firm back up before it's ready to put on again. 48 hours later, let's talk results. Before dethatching, my Stimpmeter reading was 6 feet. After dethatching, 9.5 feet. That is a 3.5-foot improvement in ball speed from one afternoon of work in a $169 machine. And I want to be clear, I changed nothing else. Same mowing height, same green, same balls, same conditions. But the number that really floored me was how much thatch actually came out. I filled 3 full-yard waste bags with the stuff. 3 bags of dead, compacted organic material that had been sitting under my green, slowing my putts, creating inconsistent bounce, and holding moisture against the root zone. 3 bags of the reason my stroke wasn't the problem. And when I rolled that first putt after the recovery period, it was a completely different surface. The ball came off the face clean. It held its line. It ran true all the way to the hole. That's the feeling you're supposed to have on a good green. So, should you dethatch your home putting green? Without question, yes, and you should be doing it twice a year. Once in the spring before the growing season kicks in, and once in the fall before you put the green to bed for winter. 2 sessions per year, a couple hours of your time, and your green will perform at a completely different level than it ever has before. The Sunjoe 15-inch Dethatcher is linked in the description below. If you've got a smaller green under about 200 square feet, I've also linked the 13-inch version. And while you're in the description, grab the top dressing sand too. That step makes a genuine difference. If this video helped you, hit that subscribe button. We are the Stimpmeter, and we cover everything from home putting green setup and maintenance to green speed, ball reviews, and equipment for the backyard golfer who takes this stuff seriously. And I want to hear from you. drop a comment below. When did you last dethatch your putting green? If your honest answer is never, now you know why your green is running slow. Go fix it. The Sun Joe is waiting.